Alofa whaatalofa atu, ia ele malu le atunu o lo maua mai nei por kalame, ia mo Tupulaga Youth Show nei esfaraile, ma lo soifua, ma lo langi mama, ma lo tawatai, ia I tiutim fe au le nei vai aso. Ma tau whaatasi ai nei, ia masui mai le VUSA, Victoria University Samoan Students Association, le li Jarrod Gali, ia le presidente o nei asosi, ia maltamaita I Asovalu tau ili, whaafatai mo le whaavanoa ino lua taimi mo nei por kalame tā ua, ia talanoa ina foi ia vaenga tā ua, ia ma por kalame whaatatitia a le to asosi mo nei tau sanga, ia maleanga I luma. Hello, hello. Can you guys reintroduce yourselves?
Malo. Tarofa malo sui fo maua malangi ma ia o kire koe kaia ka fai koa I Samoa fai ngā Samoa rea kungu mon kofi ia uia I VUSA fai ngā ia tarofa tu la tolo whaafonga mai ia whaapea fo ilo sungu te mai tai Kesila ia mole nea wanoa ia mare mamalu o le siufonga lau mua a wāre ma whaatasi mai o lau ni tangata o le presidente o le mato asosi Samoa I le Universite ma losi Victoria I le lau mua New Zealand o lau ingoa Jarrod Gali o te sau mai nu o le visa rei moa muli whanua samatau ma VUWSA vai tu atu rea wanoa le mato sui o le fundraising office ua mawhaiona whaatasi mai.
Malo se from langi ma o lo ingoa sport Saudi ili o te sau mai tapule ele sai pipi sili mane yaf tai love.
Thank you so much. I want to ask you guys about VUSA, your association. What does it stand for, and do you have a mission and vision for Samoan Association?
Ma na yer whawhisiri. O VUSA, ia, na whaavaele nei asosi patino mo alo mwhanau o tatu atunu o lo skorasipi mai Samoa e a o onga I University nei Aotearoa. O le aunga ngā o le asosi Samoa I University Aotearoa. Ai mo le taimi nei ua te talaloa ia re awa noa mo so sesi lava e mwhai ona join, mwhai ona urwhale mai le mato asosi. So as of now there's a lot of those that were born outside of Samoa, as well as Samoan scholarship students that are within the association. So that's the association and why it was created. O e toru lava vaenga ia mātou te focus ai nei tau sanga more is faith. And then number 2, academic, and number 3, belonging. I tātou atunu o Samoa e whaavai re tua, and we believe that as a Samoan association, we need to establish firm our faith and our belief. Le mau mai tusi mātai o ono, whai pusu tausu matorua, mo I sa eri le malo re tua mano whinangalo ona. For I mai e lea te reo mea, seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. An academic, I know that Samoan associations have not the greatest reputation, but we want to highlight the importance of academic. Awa ore mafuanga nā, e urufale ile tamaititi I te tono rea onga, ina ia maua to spasi, so that they can get a degree. So we want to make importance the use of education. And then number 3, belonging. Mo I lātou ia malanga mai Samoa, ia manisi o mātou e o mai whafo o lau mua o New Zealand. We want to find a place, solidarity, where we can call home, where we can be connected with our culture and our language, and VUSA is that place that we have established at university, that anyone, not just Samoan students, can join to learn more about the culture, to learn more about the language, but also to find a sense of home, belonging.
Malo lava. You mentioned that there are other ethnicities and other groups of students who are in VUSA. O ai nisi atunu o te tono le?
Whawhitai. Le o te loa, as of now, majority are pretty much Samoans, but there's a lot of mix. Peila, e eisi, o mātou members that are Samoan Pālangi, or Samoan Māori, o Samoan Afrika foi. Lai o lo mana nao e join mai ina ia lātou I loa le lātou whasinomanga o lātou o te tama po te tini Samoa.
Hawhtai lava. O ia ni pokalame fo ina e ona o te loa le te leo talavou ma tamaitia onga I New Zealand Ia, ma le telefo ia o tamaiti e ola mai I whafo atu ele I ola mai I tutono Samoa. Ele I loa le ngana Samoa. Pe o iei lani, o ani au wala o whaamalusi ai, le whaonga ino le ngana Samoa I tutono le asosia le VUSA.
Ia, e re ngata e whaimatou siva, ia mawhawhianga pe ona māsani ai, iei fo I taimi e whaatino I workshops. So for example, mai aso te nesa whaifore workshop, e whaatau reanga nu, na oina I tamaiti I le forforasua, ia, o awaenga ese o la unga forsanga, ia, ma le suratonga fo ile sa o I tamaita I Samoa, o no te loa ele o mau tamaiti awa no mawhaiona lātou immerse I vaenga ese o tatuanga no. But in those workshops we are able to educate them and they can learn about the difference of what solatonga is for the sua ia fa barefoot launga Samoa.
After lava, thank you. Are there any requirements for joining VUSA? Is there a registration fee or do you just join if you want to join?
Ole mela nai patino lava I le lau ole nato sanga. So every year there's always a new elected committee exec, and so majority of times it's a $20 or $30 registration fees or tupela nai alwi I whapakalame no matou mea. So some of the programs that we do, and I'll give the opportunity to Valu as well, is we have aile ia matalia le trimester, or when the trimester starts, if I matou lotupo afi, and then that's where we can use some of that money to fund food, and then we also have games nights when the students want to have a break from studies, and then we also fund food for that. So those are some of the programs. Is there anything else I'm missing on?
We do also have sports days where e kolingi mo le so'okanga.
Yeah.
But it's open to everyone, so SCCA whimunga laka alo I mawhaianga lakunga ia. We also do have like our morning walks. I don't know, Jarrod. Yeah. We'd have fundraisers here and there just to help us with fundings, but mostly we encourage people to focus on their studies more than the associ.
Thank you so much. Lafes tato malolonga pu'u, ia tato tuetali mai eile, ia mo le whaawawina o tato pukalami. So e whaatalo whātu, ia le malole atunuu, ia o le vaenga lona luale nei o le pukalame, ia mo le Tupulaga Talavou, matou whaatasi ai ma le ali I Jarrod and Gali, ia mo le tamaitai ia Asovalu tauri ili, ia talo falava, hello again. I want to touch on what you mentioned before we went on break about the prayer walks in the morning. Can you explain more about the prayer walks, the purpose of prayer walks, and the reason why you think it's important?
Yeah, le talanoa. Si kengere, e VUSA kai au. Yeah. Nga wharimako plan male matou Christian office. Wai yei office ai mo fo ina wha mala matou e valule na vaenga. So with our Christian office, we wanted to hold a prayer walk at least once a week. And so that prayer walk falls on Friday. So this morning, what we do is we meet outside Michael Fowler Centre. Ile Aotearoa, ia e tau fore Aotearoa ai o me fitua. Paua winga tamaiti ma onga.
In Samoa.
So what we do is we meet together as a group. We have our prayer, and then on alure maksavali. But when we're walking, we're talking about our favorite Bible verses or something that God has done for us throughout the week. Yeah, on a fast so ileo mana onga ole tamaititia, if there's any needs that they want to whaleo I lato tarusanga. And then sometimes we'll go and then we'll stop at a place, bangalesi malesi, talo whaatasi, and then we swap partners. They get to know each other, talk more, savali apia. So we do that for about an hour or two. It's just a good way for ingale if I whatever yeso, and just to head into the weekend.
So it's once a week?
Yeah, once a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malo lava, thank you. any programs for VUSA that have already been done this year so far, and any programs that you guys are planning on executing?
Yeah, so a lot of our programs will just be fundraisers, because morsi fiole atunu o whaafonga mai. Every year we have a conference o le sotanga ia mai sia sosi Samoan University of New Zealand. And so last week we were raising money for that, and we had a kausala le sa fai le pole sa tofi. Yeah, I miss it all of fonga matato tunu ya fai olana yeah, so swani mai foi. Yeah, ma au mon mirusia I na fia mori atu whawhitai, yeah, moro tō so swani foi. Yeah, I ma tō sosi sa mawaile se furu afe, fitus furu tāla. Yeah, ai ui lawa I lea, o le tapenanga mori so tanga. E whai lawa si tangata o suifuanga lawa tatu e le lawa se me cheap taimine ia. So, but yes, thank you everyone for your support, and look out to our page, Victoria University Samoan Student Association on Facebook, as well as VUSA 1972 on Instagram, and then
Thank you. Before we touch base on So'otanga, the so'o that VUSA is participating on, I wanted to ask you about with elections coming up, any concerns, any questions to the politicians and the election, and are you also encouraging students in the association to register? Velistala mole mod balota o wa te lo le meta o le listala mod balota. Yo la first va ai ile malo ia mameva penal o Tupulaga. I know there was a no free fees or something like that a while ago. How do you guys see that?
Personally, I believe that what's happening in our economy at this moment is not ideal, especially with the government that we currently have. I would strongly advise our people to register and vote, and just like some opinions I have on the government is the way that they have changed fees free, like how you mentioned, how in the beginning of my tertiary studies it was first year free, but then leading on they removed it, and then we saw that as a way where students were no longer encouraged to come see what uni is like, experience it for themselves before deciding if they wanted to go into it full time. But I believe that if we had a government where, they could bring that back, it'll really encourage, more high school students to come into the university life, because it is important and it will help you with your future. A question I would have for the government or whoever's going to come into office would be how they would be able to support our young Pacifica people when it comes to tertiary studies, and how they would be able to improve the funding of universities for Pacifica students.
Thank you so much. Talking about So'otanga, how many associations are in this whole, because it's a so'o between different cultural associations around New Zealand. It's Ofia vaenga and where's the location?
So ole tausanga nei na le tolima sosiolo ole a waya tu So'otanga e fai da so mo setema ngata le so lima ai fai lai ila lord matonu ma lo silia crusader Christchurch po nupa ia ala stete e wi na fai o na ola ma fa na lo Christchurch ia ai o fai lava uma presidente tai ole asosisa mo la monu sila e wi da e de fa IT ile ma tu tomo fai vole nei So'otanga e tau ai ma fa lau lo ai le no ma lo si de no sa video wedding toni.
Can you explain a little more about the purpose of so'o?
So, whaftai. Ole so'otanga, e pei ona whaavai asosi Samoa ia I University of New Zealand. Na whare so'otanga ina ia so'otai ai alo o tatou atunu. Mai se la tau ia na aonga whaatasi Samoa. So that was the main purpose for those that went to school in Samoa, but they all scattered to different universities. They wanted to have a so'otanga to come together. Throughout the years, I'm not sure po whiana a matai, but it's been ongoing since the 90s, I think. And now it's quite established. So what happens in so'otanga is not only dancing, morisi fia o tatou atunu, e iai tauvanga anganu, e whai fo I matou so'otanga, so there's academic that happens. Maybe there'll be, this year there'll be sulatonga competition for sua, ma launga Samoa. And then we have also competitions around science, technology, engineering, mathematics as a quiz. And then we also have a competition for debates. So that's academic. Yep. We have Christian nights, whaaaliai, whaaivangaria SEO asosi. And then of course our cultural nights, whaari for Siva, Samoa. And then there's also games, sports day. If I revori lape ia mai si alonga. So all of that matu ti tau vai mai si asosi. Ia ai ui na whai o lai tau va a o lo mau fo ere so tainga ia ma le fialo fani ma sani le tasi ma le tasi.
E whaamalusia ia le ngangana Samoa I so'otanga ma tauanga ia.
E tau lava ona whaamalusi. Awa ere o ni mātou o nisia o mātou o tameti Samoa a whai fo I mea whai ia e tau fo ina iesi sui o se asosi e tū I longa ma whai se whawhetai e aloa ia I pea whai I se workshop o se tasi o whai.
Yeah, thank you. O le so'otanga, is there a funding for so'otanga or is it self-funded with fundraisings and things like that you guys are trying to
Tulale avano ia valu ia le fundraising office tau sanga ni.
As much as we would like it to be funded, so'okanga is purely on us as an associate to fund it ourselves. So what we do as an associate is we hold fundraisers. Being a whai ako ai Jarrod ngā whai mako kausala. And then if I for imako sausage sizzle o I Bunnings, inge I Porirua. And we're also planning to do bigger fundraisers, but it's just a matter of time and who would actually be willing to come help us. So yeah, so'otanga is on the associate itself to fund, to go down for everything.
Thank you. Is there a prize? Is there a winning prize if you win so'o? I know that Victoria University Wellington won last year.
Yeah, 100%. So we have a trophy that does go around, and you know, being humble, but o loa wha nei tau sanga ona ma lola mo New Zealand. So very grateful for that, and we're hoping to get another one. But like I said, the aim is not about winning, but it's just about so'otanga. It's in the name itself. Ia maore ne mawhitanga fia ia tameti Samoa mai isi asosi. A mawhitanga fia le leita maore la.
Whaftai lava le whai sato malo longa ia tatou toi te lima e lea mon vaing mulmula tatou porkalame nea o toe whatalo whatu ia I le tatou atunuu ia mai o whawhonga mai mo mai I nei vaenga o le auli o le vaenga mulmuli nei o le porkalame mo Tupulaga Youth Show ia masui o le VUSA matou whaatasi e nei toe mamori atu whaftai ia te ulua ia mo le whaavunua ino lua taimi ia mo nei porkalame nei o uli. My last few questions, I want to ask you why you think as university students and as tertiary students, why is it important to attend and to go to university? Because I know, I think mo Samoa, in Samoa, I mean, recently being moved here, I moved here last year, but in Samoa there's this le mea le umaloa le high school, and then alu sa awawhenga luenga loa i le alu i le university. So what are your thoughts on it? Why do you think it's important to join uni?
Personally, I think it's a good idea to join uni, as it will set you up for the future. It may be hard, like, studying, balancing your family life, church and uni at the same time, but it will be rewarding in the end, because you'll be able to get jobs that you never thought you'd be able to get with a degree, because realistically, if we look at it now, the most paying jobs you'd need a degree for it. And I really would strongly advise people to go to uni, because it will set them up for the future. It will help them out a lot, and it'll be a really big blessing for them and their family. But yeah.
Thank you. Jarrod?
Yeah. Talanoa. I think nowadays, the time that we live in, back then, sama whaianga, mawanga wenga based on experience, but right now it's all about qualification.
Yeah.
They look at the certificate and they want to see if they that's why we encourage our students and everyone, please go to our university.
Thank you. Why is it important to join VUSA, Victoria University Samoan Students Association? And I wanted to ask about the common misconception that a lot of people have in joining these cultural groups. What's your thoughts on that?
I relate to that a lot, because my parents joining VUSA, but personally, from my experience, VUSA is like a second family. So VUSA, I was really bad with time management. I could not do my assignments. But then in my first year, I was always reminded, it was strongly advised that we don't go to practice if we didn't do our work. So that was able to help me to remind myself why I'm at uni. I'm not there to go to VUSA, I'm there to study, but then VUSA on the side is my way of feeling connected to my family and my culture. The misconception that we get about VUSA being kawhao, I see that because it's displayed on our social media, it's like we don't do work, but behind the scenes, we actually do a lot of educational stuff. We do academic hours where we learn about stuff that we've never learned before. We have tutors that come in and teach us about STEM. I think it was just last night we had that last night where we had Tanea, who is one of our Pacifica advisors, come in, and she taught us stuff about STEM and helping us with our preparations for SOL. But yeah, I would get that misconception as well if I was a parent and I saw my child going to VUSA. But VUSA isn't just kawhao. It is you learn stuff there, and you are encouraged to go to your classes, do your work, and we don't really want people coming if they're not going to classes, because what's the point of you coming to VUSA if you're not committed to school? But yes.
True. Thank you. Speaking about time management, I know that you mentioned time management. How do you guys balance your personal life, your study life, with your VUSA commitments?
Yeah, mana I whawhiri. Ore au, e whaawa normal whasenga au. E o loripo, ia na sa loto alea tamaititia. So what we try and do is we encourage our members, wawe usu tae o tō whasenga, tō anga tō whasenga, whai tō mea onga during the day. And then at night time, that's when we can come and be a part of the association or do whatever you want. We also are given templates, schedule templates, timetables. Templates. And it's really good. It helps us to schedule our day. Na mai momo fo ia on fa pe ha o me parang. Ai wo fa nga It's really useful. Other things that we do is on our phones, calendars, we try and put down the time of the class. I maise taimi e tū wei matou mea onga assignments. So it'll have a reminder, 1 week out, I tū lo essay 3,000 words or something like that. Taro sia la, o lai tau sisi e tamati. Ai leo na ore a mata ai lo toi loi tū lao na tū mea onga.
Thank you. My last question for you for our youth program is, I know that you are both boarding students. You are living away from home. This is your last year, right?
So,
and this is your
third year. And
so you still have quite a bit to go. But I wanted to ask what it feels like to live away from home, how it felt like when you first moved away from home and trying to socialize and adapt and find your sense of independence at Victoria University Wellington, and what's your advice to other students who are planning on being boarding students or who are about to move over to Victoria University Wellington?
My first year I found it so hard because I'm the youngest, so everything was revolved around me. And I am really close with my family, so I was kind of struggling, but then they decided to move down with me. So I was living away from home, but then I also had another home to go to here because they did decide to move down. But I still did find it hard because I was now paying rent. I now had to pay my own bills. And I wasn't really working at the time. I didn't have any experience. But now that I'm in my third year, I've learned what true independence means. And I know what it's like to fully live away from home now because my family's no longer here. I only have my sister. But yeah, it is hard at first. It's really hard. Like, you get the homesick feeling and you just want to like leave. Like, you don't think that it's worth it to be away from your family. But as you go on throughout the years, like, you'll understand, this is worth it, because you get to see the like smiles on your parents' faces when you tell them, I passed, I'm in this year now, like, you know. And yeah, my advice for those who are moving away from home and those who will most likely be coming down to Victoria would be to don't get caught up too much on the first year experience. Like, stand firm on your beliefs, keep your values with you. Don't forget what you were raised on, because that tends to happen a lot when you move away from home. Like, you think that you have all the freedom now, but you know, you still need to remember how you were raised, the values and standards that your family holds. And another advice I would give would be to find good friends, find friends that are able to remind you of your values and that hold the same values as you, and that are able to encourage you to do the best that you can and not just like the bare minimum.
And you found that in VUSA as well.
Yes, I found that in VUSA, which is why I'm still here.
I think, yes, the importance of, you know, the communities that you are, you know, coming fresh away from home, and you have, you know, that experience. The first year experience is not going to last forever, and you're not going to be alone forever. Throughout your studies, you're going to meet people, you're going to join certain associations, in this case VUSA, and you're going to form and create a family, you know. And do you have any?
Yeah, so yes, in a man, I see of Amatala to that's in related to Aotearoa sau I nei I Wellington na maureva no o te urwhale ai Victoria University. Ia artala o mātua whaasana o ese mani matua inga. Ona e wha moe na o I me whai matua inga. Ia na ola ile whai unga oile o ngā tonu o lo tau sanga mo moore o le aonga. O taimira lelo tia aonga I le aonga le Canterbury University. Maore siawa no te sawai. Na o ioi aidea 3 weeks before leaving, na o whai lo le o mato o le la o walu I Wellington. Na o ilo au whai ai ia e foi se whaatanga ino o sau nei ia o whaate ia foi o matua. But I'm so grateful that I've left. Ever since being here, just touching base, like I've learned a lot of independent skills. O le sisi o te wha moi moi e whai ata whi au ma o sauri whare o vela le mea ai. Le ai o mea umana e whai ita ia. Ia e ui a ina wola I le apatuna marea laisa. Ia au kamanga re ba. But you know, a lot of things I've picked up here and living away from home, it's very important that it's gonna help me with my future being an adult. But not only that, coming here, trying to find a community, not only within VUSA, but finding a community within church is also important. So whai o e whaafonga mai, along whanau tatu atunu, and you want to study abroad outside of your city, o re mea mō mua e soe. So e se lotua, e te lotua ai, because in all honesty, you can go outside of home and you have so much freedom, but you know, the world, what it gives you, it's not the same as what the Lord is offering for us. Hello.
Thank you so much. Ia toi whaftaitele atu mo le avanoa, ia tatou talanoa ai, for this wonderful opportunity that we got to speak about VUSA, the programs and everything that's going on at uni. I just want to give the floor to you for any last comments, encouragements to our youth, and for the upcoming so'o that we have in November. Is it November?
Yeah.
September.
So, yeah, so we have Sotanga coming up on the 1st to the 5th of September as part of our fundraisers. O loo whaere mata waka whoni e wha moe lea I le aso se whoro fitu o Augusto. This is the first day of our holiday, so 17th of August, fitu tai au e whaile waka whoni are mata o asosi e whaila lea I le walkway lea Petone. So from Petone to town and then back. Iwa ki mika o ke roi whai mō whia mō ka maikia ka mo e ngā aso. So promotion video will be out sometime on Monday. Mo se sosoani fo I pe a whai o e mawhai ana fōa I mai awa pe ona whaeilo atu o re mato malanga I lo. There's about 42 members whai lawa si taunga tā, and everything that we do is self-funded. So we will reach out to our community mō lau to sosoani to say marfinangalo. That's pretty much the promotions for now, but just last words more for the young people. Not only that education is important, and it's the passport to your future, but also to remember God in your life, and that our association is open not just for those that are attending uni, not just for those that are Samoan students, mo so sesi lava e whi loa le tāua o tū maanga wha Samoa ma la tāua ngana Samoa. Mona teimi nei ia whawhitai fo I lau sunga Kesila, mo le nei awa no ma whaiona maa whaatasi mai ia whaapea fo I le malo le si whonga lau mua whai o Iese pati ua sala I lau tau whaafonga ia wha maa ngalo mai malu a vifali tau whina ngalo ia o le maa upulea whawhitai.
Thank you. Whaftai lava, ia, mamoli atule whaftai, ia, I sui o le VUSA, ia, mo le neipol kalame, ia mal nei whatatanoanga tā ua. Whaftai atule malo le atunu o lo mai moam, whafongfonga mai le nei fiafi, whaftai mo le langolango, whaftai mo le talusanga, ia, manu te leina ia I tu la tutoi o le nei aso, tatuanga I atu ia I le aso sā, ia mai sā pati, o le atua, ia amau teimi nei, manuia le weekend, so I fua ma ia manuia.